Today I'm using IOD Transfers and some things that I picked up from the thrift store, including some vases, to give them a new look. So if you're interested, I hope you'll follow along. Hey, my name is Angie. Welcome to my channel. I love all things crafting and especially love the challenge of repurposing thrift finds and trash to treasure. If you're looking for some DIY and crafting inspiration, I hope you'll enjoy this video and don't forget to hit that bell to get notified when I post new videos. Here we go. Okay, so here are a few things that I thrifted from my local Goodwill. I have a couple vases and some decorative items that I'm going to make over. Here I'm going to use the Waverly chalk paint in the color Mineral. And I'm going to start with showing you how I painted my vases. As you can see, this vase was already painted black. I spray painted them outside, probably actually like a week prior to this. So today I decided to go ahead and add some of the Waverly chalk paint on top of it. And the first one, as you saw, I was wrapping masking tape around the outside to give it a nice clean edge. And I also had a white vase, which I also spray painted white prior to this. And I'm going to take the masking tape off. I only did the masking tape on the two, and I just thought I would try doing something a little bit different with that other one. I ended up giving the black vases 3 coats of the Waverly chalk paint. As you can see, it didn't turn out perfect. The line on the black one was not really super perfect. In some spots it was really good, but not on the whole thing. So I ended up adding some transfers to these. This transfer here, this one is actually redesigned with Prima. My husband got it for me for Christmas, and I used most of it for a piece of furniture, but I have some smaller pieces left over, like scraps, that I want to use up. So I thought it would look really nice on this white vase above that mineral chalk paint line. I'd like y'all to let me know, which do you like better, the black vases with the mineral or the white vase with the mineral? So here I am pressing on each of the pieces of the transfer. They give you this little tool to use, which is really handy, and I will tell you that it is a little tricky to apply transfers like this onto surfaces that are not flat. But as you can see, I just did it little piece by little piece. And it did go on pretty well. It was really not too terrible, but you know, I wouldn't start with a round piece if you've never done a transfer before. So after the transfer was on, I pressed it down with my hand. See there, I'm showing you that imperfect line. Yeah, I wish the whole thing looked like this. So what I decided to do was cover up this line with some ribbon, and it ends up looking really nice. It cleans it up and kind of gives it more of a finished look. I just used my hot glue gun and went a little bit at a time. Okay, so for that other vase that I did not use masking tape, as you can see, I did a thicker, like full 3 coats on the bottom and just kind of eyeballed it to make a line, if you will, and then just dry brushed or lightly brushed my paint onto the top. Okay, so I have these IOD transfers that I'm going to apply to these vases, and I thought the moth would look really good on this black portion of this vase. So again, using my tool, I rub it all on, and it turned out pretty well. There was a couple little slight wrinkles, but not too bad. And these are just some words that I pulled out of here on one of the sheets. I don't know what they say because I think they're in French. Next, using this little bar of candle wax, I rubbed on this decorative cutting board that I had already painted black with spray paint outside, and then covered it with the mineral chalk paint. And then once I was done, I used my heat gun to warm up that wax a little bit, and then really easily just using a little bit of sandpaper to wipe off and give it a little bit more rustic look. And then I wipe it clean with one of my blue paper towels, and I'm going to drill a hole in the top. So whenever you drill a hole, you want to put a scrap wood underneath the whatever it is you're cutting. Whatever it is you're drilling. So I'm drilling a hole so I can tie some twine in there, and then I'm gonna choose another IOD transfer to add to this. I think this looks really nice and is going well with my little theme here of the black and mineral paint. This is a little bit different for me. Usually I've been doing a lot of things that are white or black and white and things like that, but I really like the color of the mineral. So a few more words I found in my IOD Transfers packet that I wanted to just add to the bottom of this. And I'm adding my twine. Again, I've already painted this outside with some black spray paint, and the reason I do that is because it covered up, like it was a really dark red, so it covered it, black covers really easily, and then if I want to come in and paint it another color, I can, but it covers up that red or dark colors that are the original. Again, here I am with an IOD transfer that I'm applying. And I try to get a closer shot of this so you can see more closely how this works. So the transfer starts to release from this paper. And if it doesn't, if you get to a point where, a piece is not, transferring, it's not releasing from that backing, then you just lay it back down and keep on pressing until it comes off. And then it's always really important to press down and give it a good burnishing, it's called. So after you've applied your transfer, it's always good to come in and add a top coat like polyurethane, and of course you always want to make sure that you use a water-based sealer. If you use an oil-based polyurethane, it will react with the paint and there might be some yellowing. Okay, so again, to give this a final touch, I'm going to come in and add some ribbon to the top edges of my piece here. And I think this piece could be good for silverware or craft supplies or pencils, pens, things like that. So I am super happy the way everything turned out. I'm curious to know what y'all think about this mineral and black together. I really like it, but I think I really like the white with the mineral better, actually. But I'd like to hear what you think. Well, I really hope that you enjoyed these projects. I have so much fun going out thrift shopping for items that I could give a new look to so that I could resell in my booth. If you are interested in seeing more thrift flips from me, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video.